Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. I hope the audio is right now. Just waiting for YouTube to do its thing. I think these first moments of the live streams are always the most awkward moments. There seems to be a good 10 or 20 second just kind of like buffer. If I'm seeing people in the chat, now you've got sound. Yes, I can hear you. Yes, that's right. Some idiot forgot. Must have been OBS must have updated, and the microphone was not chosen from the audio options. So it's been there for like forever. It's been the audio has been working, but all of a sudden OBS. I think Windows. I did a major Windows update as well, so it's probably thrown OBS out. So my microphone was not connected in the OBS. So if I could do sign language, we might have been okay there. So welcome back to Meme the Stream. What we're going to do here is maybe like an hour show. We're going to go through some memes, a couple of news stories. This is kind of like, I really want that. I want that interaction. I want that interaction with you. I think you people are just an absolutely cracking bunch of legends. Sniper Sneed, the comedian. Hey meme, yes, hello. And so I'll wait for the stream to get, for a few more people to come in before we'll start the stream. I want to start off with some memes, and then we'll go through a couple of news stories. But how's everyone doing? I just thought we'd have a few minutes. How's everyone doing? Michael, hello from Texas. Alice is saying, yeah, we got the sound. I can hear you. What's cracking? Brent's saying, what's cracking? Yeah, it's a cracking Monday morning over here in Australia. So I'm actually going to commit to like 2 weeks of 10 o'clock on Monday morning. I'm going to stream. We're going to stream for maybe an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I've got a whole bunch of news stories lined up, a whole bunch of memes. We are just going to have a cracking time. Biden's teleprompter Windows 10 sucks. Yeah, Windows 10 did a massive update. It took like forever. So something happened there with ODS. Cass is saying the march in DC was amazing. If I was over there, I would have been there so quick. Brent's saying Dems are toast. Michael Pilhar, you said an hour show. Big tech and little tech just screwing with us at every turn. Ted's saying welcome back. Leroy, UK for Trump. And we've got, what do we got? White Wings, howdy from Lena, Texas. Howdy. Welcome to the stream, White Wings. Thanks for joining us. Rifleman USA, that's right. We'll have some memes here. And Nick, hello from NN. Day is cracking. Michael, Sunday night here. Yes, Monday morning here. I've done my work, a little bit of work for the day, and I've been working on the van. So 10 o'clock here. So I mean, my day starts at like 4 o'clock. I'm normally up at 4 o'clock. I don't like to be up too much later. I'm up at 4 o'clock. The day feels like it's half gone right now. So yeah, Michael, Sunday night here. I can't believe Red Rose 7734. Hi all. Can't believe I caught you on a live chat. Welcome to this stream, John. Back again. Yes, we are back. Very sorry for that audio stuff up. It was user error. Had to just go through the audio settings and choose the Yeti mic. Sniper Sneeb. 7 p.m. from Northeastern time. Where is everyone from? Obviously, we're going to have a lot of people from America. A lot of people from America. Probably going to have a lot of people from the UK. According to the analytics, it's probably like 80% America. So we're probably going to have a lot of people from America. So before we actually start the kind of the show, not that I really think it's a show, we're just having a cracking fun time. What did everyone think of Alex Jones appearing on the the Tim Pool show? I'm really interested in what you thought of that. I thought it was a really good live stream. I thought that Tim did the live stream so that he could have his Alex Jones experience, and you book a guest like Alex Jones, you kind of know what you're in for. So obviously they knew what they were. No, Tim knew what he was in for. funny how that funny how that YouTube apparently deleted the stream. But Alex broke Tim. Tim was in a, I don't, Tim's Tim. And I'm glad that Tim, kind of had Alex on. He could have had Alex's back there a little bit when they deleted the stream for no reason whatsoever. Alex didn't break any rules, Alex didn't break any rules there. And he has got, when you book someone like Alex Jones on your show and he gets 5 times the viewers, up to 160,000 viewers. Tim's only ever got about maybe 50, 60,000 max. I think he might have on election night hit 100. That's an abnormal kind of a peak. But, 160,000 people were on that stream at one time. That's concurrent watches on the stream. I was watching and it was up to 160,000. Before the stream even started, it would have been maybe $1,000 in super chats. The super chats, Tim was just being drowned in super chats before they even started. They were just being drowned in super chats. So I thought, good on Tim for having Alex on the show, but maybe Tim should have defended Alex a little bit more when they took the stream down for no reason whatsoever. And if you did know that the stream went offline as soon as Alex started talking about Building 7, maybe I should, that they had YouTube, couple of green-haired wankers in YouTube. They had their finger over the cut button. As soon as Alex started talking about Building 7 and World Trade Center, basically come down, bang, they lost and the stream came back 5 minutes later. So Alex Jones was Alex. And a lot of the times, they're trying to fact check what Alex is saying. And it's like, okay, that's true. Yes, okay, that is true. That is, that's true there. They were kind of live fact checking Alex. And as soon as he started talking about Building 7, I was thinking to myself, oh, there goes the stream. Alex is on to, he's on 9/11, Building 7, controlled demolition. Alex, as soon as Alex banged the stream, you just get the little thing came up there. So I thought, absolutely, they took the stream offline. They took the stream offline as soon as he started talking about Building 7. And that's the thing with the whole the whole 9/11. I don't know where you land on that subject, but if you really look into Building 7, a lot of shady stuff happening there. So yes, I just thought, I thought Alex was great. Yes, absolutely, Building 7. Just going through some of the comments here, and that's right. As soon as he started talking about Building 7, yeah, absolutely. And Slim Pickens, thanks for joining. Yeah, Adam made that podcast. Totally agree. I love Adam Krigler. Him and Adam and Tim Pool. They had there was a good combination. It's sort of like like a band, and they just kind of they played well off each other. There was really something missing in the podcast. Tim's numbers probably aren't reflecting any. There's no downturn or anything there. But yeah, I was really disappointed with Adam, but I'm happy that Adam has kind of gone out on his own. Adam used the Tim Pool podcast as a bit of a launch pad to go out on his own, and Adam is doing great things right now. So yes, if you have any specific questions that you want to ask in the stream as well, please put big question in front of your in front of your chat, and we will definitely go through that. Yeah, what do we got? Craig saying I watched the whole Tim interview live. Yes, I caught it from about 15 minutes in. I was actually working in the van, and I caught it from about 15 minutes in, and I think I stopped watching it for about I think there was maybe it went on for another half an hour. I think it went for 4 hours. I probably watched it for 2.5 hours. I thought it was a good live stream. I thought it was I don't know who that other guy who was sort of doing all those knock jokes. I thought the knock jokes were hilarious. I love the knock jokes. He was kind of a little bit of a maybe if there was any tension there, he would come in with the knock joke, and everyone would kind of laugh. So and it's talking about censorship. Why? Alex Jones. I've been listening to Alex Jones for probably 15 years. I've had his app. I don't know. since I got an iPhone, I seem to have the InfoWars app on my very first iPhone. And I would be in the car listening to Alex. Alex is kind of 98% kind of boring. Not boring as such, you didn't want to listen to it, but just statistics. It'd be like reading from some 1960s CFR white paper. They're going to do this, they're talking about that. And then he's like 1% of, he's like hands in the air, he's screaming. That's just a very, very, very tiny part of what Alex does. He's the forerunner. He was the guy out there with the bullhorn getting in George Bush's face. He was anti-war, anti all the lies they went into Iraq, called 9/11, basically called 9/11 out for what it was, a pretext for this massive war. So I like Alex. Don't agree with everything he said. Like him, he is one guy out there who says you can make a difference. You can go out there. He was on what was it? What was those cable, those public broadcasting things where you could actually go get yourself some time on the public on the TV station. He had this little show. He had the big VHS camera that was like about as big as a suitcase on his. He's the original gangster. He's the reason why there are people like Tim Pool, why there are activists out there. It's because of Alex Jones. He's the OG. And we owe so much. Owe so much to Alex Jones. I have a lot of respect. I have a lot of respect for Alex Jones. Don't agree with everything. Have a lot of respect. He's taught me to question authority, question leadership, kind of question everything. So I think Alex Jones is great. As I said, I've had his app on my iPhone. Well, I don't have it on now because I don't think you can get it anymore. I had it on there for years. When I was in the car, I was listening to Alex, and he is like pretty boring, and he's just like statistics and facts and numbers, and this is what they're saying, and this is what that white paper, and that 1 or 2%, Alex just goes off his mind. He creates those kind of like, what would you call it? Those viral moments when he's talking about, turning the frogs gay. And when you look into that whole thing about those pesticides were turning the actual frogs gay. So yeah, I think, good on Tim. Good on Tim for having Alex on his live stream. But Tim, you made an absolute boatload of money out of Alex. I don't know if Alex probably didn't get a cut of that. YouTube takes their cut. They made absolute tens of thousands of dollars in super chats alone on that live stream. And I think it was great what Alex was saying. Alex was mostly and when you book Alex, of course you want someone, you want him to be Alex Jones, but most of the times Alex Jones is kind of like facts and figures and numbers, and then that 2%, he is just completely wild. So I just wanted to start the stream off there. So what did you think? And yes, I absolutely think Tim maybe should apologize to Alex there. But I thought we would start the show. We'll get in with a little bit of memes. Remember, if you have a specific question, please in the super chat, in the chat, type question in front, like big bold letters, question, and I will definitely try to get to your question. And this first meme, I want to go through a few memes. Got 1 or 2 news stories coming up. This won't be a very long stream. I say that every time. Once we get into it, it's just a cracking fun time. So here we've got mostly peaceful protest and mostly legal mail-in ballots. I love it how the media was just it's all mostly peaceful protests. Black Lives Matter and Antifa down there burning down the cities, burning down all the businesses. They have to all be boarded up when these people come to town. But the media was calling it mostly peaceful protests. There was a video of the CNN building being attacked, which I absolutely love. I wish I had lined that one up. And even see the CNN journalist was like, there's mostly peaceful protests. We got everything burning in the background. And here we have mostly legal mail-in ballots. My God, the fraud committed in this election is just absolutely staggering. It's just absolutely mind-blowing. Words have consequences. You need to see the video of Biden confirming him. I should have set that video up as well. Joe Biden is in the Supreme Court. Clarence Thomas is the judge back then. way back when he was being confirmed and grilled by the Supreme Court. And Joe Biden's looking at him saying, I have not made my decision yet. Well, hopefully the roles are reversed and Clarence Thomas can get a little bit of revenge back. Now, if the whole let me say, if this whole election, does go to the Supreme Court, I just want the law to be followed. I just want the rules to be followed. I don't want politics to be played in the Supreme Court. Trump has a majority in the Supreme Court. I don't want that to come into play. I want all the justices in the Supreme Court just to follow the law. That's all we want, is the law to be followed. Let them hand down their verdict, and I will accept their verdict. If it goes against Trump, probably won't be very happy about it, but I will still accept their verdict. No title needed. 1930 winter, dark winter of the Depression. 2020 dark winter of BLM and Joe Biden. That's right. Joe Biden has basically promised a long dark winter if he is the president. Lockdowns will be mandatory. They will shut down the economy almost in its entirety. But how many states will just say, no, screw you, Joe Biden, go take a absolute running jump? It's going to come down to like states' rights. States' rights, if Joe Biden's not going to be able to sort of mandate, he's not going to be able to mandate masks. That's a states' rights issue. Joe Biden is not going to write an executive order, I want everyone to wear a mask. Well, most people are going to say, screw you, Joe Biden, we're not wearing a mask. And it is amazing. That's right, Joe Biden, on election night, those jumps that Joe got, straight up jumps of hundreds of thousands of votes for Joe Biden, very little votes for Donald Trump. Of course, have all these votes out the back, and when they needed the votes, someone would slip out the back, wheel a whole bunch of trolley of votes. Hey everybody, I found some votes out the back. Look at that, coincidental. They just all happen to be for Joe Biden. Don't anybody question anything. That's the thing with this election. You would think the left would want this election kind of verified. You'd think that they would want it kind of certified. Even if it has to go to the Supreme Court, you'd think that they would welcome this. Now, let's get the Supreme Court seal over this election. Let's audit the election. If you're so confident that you actually won the election, you wouldn't be scared of these audits, of these recounts. And they're like, recounts, we can't have the recounts. They're absolutely terrified because they know once people start scratching below the surface, it's going to show massive amounts of voter fraud, massive irregularities. They're all saying, hey, everything's fine. No need to look over here. We're all good. We counted the votes ourselves. We ran these Joe Biden votes through the machine several times each to make sure that they got it. And there was actually one of those people who were counting the votes who was actually caught rerunning Joe Biden votes through the same machine over and over and over again, just to get those Joe Biden numbers up. So I think a lot of people said to me, do you believe this was a grand conspiracy from the evil people in the DNC? To some degrees, yes. And also this was just hundreds of people committing fraud. They're all kind of like think that they're working for the common good of getting rid of Donald Trump. They think that they have this kind of a moral green light to cheat for Joe Biden if it removes Donald Trump. This is what they actually think. They don't actually think they're doing anything wrong. These people who are cheating, these people who are working in these election officials, when they're cheating, when they're manipulating the vote, they think what they're doing is right. They think they are doing the moral and the right thing. It's because anything they have to do to get rid of the orange man, they think that is quite okay. Oh, we better skip over this. This is a family-friendly channel. No title needed. First Alzheimer patient elected as president. And also, please, if you do have memes, please go over to reddit.com. Like meme the left on reddit.com. Please drop your memes in here. We will be going over the memes We will be going over the memes much more often. Yeah, glass ceiling broken, first Alzheimer patient elected as president. One of my friends is a bit of a Joe Biden supporter. Excuse me. And it's like very, very, very adamant that there's nothing wrong with Joe Biden. No, Joe Biden is, look, no, I can't see anything wrong with Joe Biden. I'm saying, dude, the guy's got dementia. He's got he's gone. He's gone. I shared a video with him that showed Joe just going off. And what's that word that Joe said? I can't pronounce the word. Joe's mind is gone. And you hear a lot of experts. Now, this is sad. Now, even though I don't like Joe Biden, don't like his politics, I don't like the fact that he's got Alzheimer's. I don't like the fact that he's got some kind of, cognitive condition or dementia. What a horrible way to go. I don't wish that on anyone. I wish on maybe Hillary Clinton. I wish on Hillary Clinton. I don't wish it on anyone else. I don't wish this kind of a condition, because they say sometimes you have good days and sometimes you have bad days, okay? Joe Biden was kind of like, sometimes he was okay. Sometimes he was like a zombie walking around like he was just like stoned out on drugs. So yeah, Joe Biden, he's not going to last 18 months. He's not going to make it to midterms. He's going to hand over to Kamala or Camilla, or however you want to pronounce her name. He's going to hand over the reins to her maybe before midterms. They are going to get absolutely destroyed. They are going to get destroyed in the midterms, lose their majority in the House. And that's when things get cracking. Can you believe they voted for a racist to be president? None of my friends would vote for a racist like Biden. Absolutely. That's a cracking meme. Absolutely. Joe Biden, Joe Biden's, I believe I don't know if he's a racist right now, but he is in the past. He has said racist things. He's talking about the segregating, all that sort of stuff. So Joe Biden, he has pretty much. I think he's got some racist history. Cities burned and she said nothing. Okay, so these are the people that are just want to go. Their election challenges outside an election center, a TCF center, and all they want is to go inside and like confirm the vote. They're the official election challengers, the official observers. And Ilhan Omar is saying, stop the madness, stop it now. She doesn't want people in there checking the vote. They don't want their votes being checked. Why don't they want the votes being checked? Because the left cheated. The left cheated, and you scratch a little bit below that surface and you're going to find fraud. You're going to find election irregularities everywhere. So she's saying, stop the madness. And look, does this look madness to you? Is this madness to you? No, this is just a whole bunch of people saying, these are election challenges. And maybe they have some kind of official position to be observers in the election. And they weren't allowed in. Why weren't they allowed in? Because they would be witnessing cheating. They would witness the cheating going on. So I think that's absolutely crazy. If Biden wins the election, will they change the name of Air Force One to Con Air? That's a really clever meme. It's a great movie too. Nicolas Cage in that movie. So will they change it to Con Air? But what a cracking train wreck a Biden administration would be. Now, God forbid that Trump is not sworn in. Maybe if Joe Biden is sworn in, okay, fine. If he's like the Supreme Court comes in and gives the thing or whatever, it is going to be an absolute train wreck to watch old Joe Biden try to become president. If they're going to be saying, oh well, the administration's put a lid on it. It's like 10:46 in the morning. Joe needs his 4-hour sleep during the middle of the day. What's the Joe Biden administration actually going to look like? It's going to be Joe just sleeping, doing absolutely nothing. And he's going to be all the people in his administration are going to be running it. Actually, I sent out a tweet the other day, and I thought, well, it's a fairly got a couple of let me find the tweet. The tweet is here. The tweet is here. Biden administration will do this: lock down the economy, create dependence. That's right, 100%. They are not interested in people being prosperous. They're not interested in people being happy, being prosperous. They want you to be dependent. They want you to be sad. They want you to be scared. They want you to be miserable. Donald Trump wants everyone to be rich. He's like that 1920s, roaring 20s kind of a character. He wants everyone to be rich. He wants everyone to be doing well. Well, the left wants everyone to be poor. The left wants everyone to be under control. And when you're poor, when you're dependent on the government, you're more easily controlled by the government. So Joe Biden will lock down the economy. The dark winter, folks, the dark winter will come. He will push manufacturing jobs back to China. That's right. Old Beijing, what do they call him? Beijing Biden or something like that. He will push manufacturing. Donald Trump, the nationalist, he was all about, hey, we should make our stuff here in America. We should employ Americans. Wow, what an insane idea that is. Imagine that being such a crazy idea. Well, Joe Biden's is all about globalism. He's all about the Chinese economy. He's all about shipping everything off to China. He's all about American jobs being exported to China. And then in return, hey, maybe we get cheap white goods. We get cheap products from China. But it's all about setting up China as like the manufacturing a kind of hub. So Donald Trump was all about manufacturing in America, jobs in America. Joe Biden is all about jobs in China. A Biden administration will escalate military interference in the Middle East. Absolutely. Jimmy Dore, he's a hardcore lefty. If you don't know about Jimmy's channel, Jimmy Dore did a video the other day, and he talked about how Biden said that we will be back. We will be back in the game. What game was that? Jimmy broke it all down, talking about how half the people that are coming into Biden's so-called administration right now, well, they're from the war side of the industry. Like people who make bombs. It's the amazing number of people coming in from the war industries into Biden's campaign is just staggering. And Joe Biden will get into all those useless wars in the Middle East, spilling America's greatest treasure in the Middle East. Trump was the peacemaker. Trump tried to pull as many of them out as he could. Biden will push it all back interfering into other countries again. And Joe Biden will shut down US fossil fuel production. He has said he's going to do this, and then he's like, oh, no, we're not going to end fracking, and then he's going to end fracking, and next minute he's not ending fracking. I think half the time Joe just doesn't really know. I don't think he has that kind of memory capacity where he can remember what his actual policies are. So when he comes out and he says something, maybe he's not lying, maybe he just really doesn't know. But they will shut down US fossil fuel production. And number 5, allow big tech to increase censorship. Absolutely. Big tech will go crazy. Once they've got Joe Biden in the White House there, they've got their puppet, they've got their boy in the White House. Forget about Donald Trump was making noise about going after big tech for their abuses of Section 230, which gave these companies indemnity against lawsuits and that if people post things on these platforms, and so people can't sue them because they're not publishers, they're platforms, but they have been censoring like they are publishers. Okay, so Donald Trump, this is probably one of the failures of the first term of the Trump administration. They really didn't go after big tech hard enough. All us people out on the right being censored by big tech really didn't go after them hard enough. But now, if they've got Joe Biden in the office, they've got Joe Biden in the Oval, it's going to be just censorship everywhere. They're going to shut down anyone who's critical of Beijing Biden is going to get censored. We thought censorship was bad. Now, wait till you have a leftist in the Oval Office itself. Censorship is going to run absolutely insane. And number 6, increase taxes. Of course, Joe Biden's going to increase taxes. They want to give everything away for free. They're going to have to increase taxes, not on people making over $400,000, but on everybody. They're probably going to remove the Donald Trump tax cuts, which most people got a tax cut. I love it, these wankers on the left. They probably got a tax cut, but they're out there saying, oh, I don't like that tax cut that Donald Trump gave me. Hey, but well, wait till it gets taken away from you. Wait till there's a couple $100 a month, whatever, get taken get taken away from you. You have to pay more taxes. We will see how you like those tax cuts there. The chat's been going. I've been keeping an eye on as well. China's puppet Biden has Chinese arms where a spine should be. Absolutely, 100%. Justin, a sniffer, and absolutely. Computing forever just covered. You have to rent everything. How many days until Biden inappropriately touches a woman? Absolutely. Can you imagine? Biden, what have we got here? Obama and Biden committed treason by pulling our Navy and China away from the payoff from China. Absolutely. It's going to be like the old days, returning, businesses returning back to the old days. Joe's going to just get all those wars, endless, unnecessary wars in the Middle East. Joe Biden's going to be Joe Biden's going to be is going to be well and truly into that whatsoever. Remember, if you have a specific question, please type like question in bold caps in front of your post, and we'll definitely. Sorry, someone said, do you think that he, Sound Miracle, took little things he could pry guns from the hands of Americans? That's right. Joe Biden's gonna try and go after the guns. Well, good luck with that. I don't think he's going to be very successful. He's not going to have any power in the Senate. What's Joe Biden going to sign? There's going to be no laws that are going to land on his desk. He's not going to be able to sign anything. He's not going to get any justices onto the Supreme Court. No, the GOP will still have control of the Senate. How's Joe Biden going to do anything? He's just going to rule with executive order. Is he going to just be up there? And executive order, I think, is one of the things that's been severely abused by all presidents, and even Trump. I think executive orders should be very, very minimal. But of course, Obama said, I have a pen. If you can't get anything through the Senate, he tried to rule by executive order. Trump's also done the same thing. Biden, the only thing Biden's going to have is those executive orders, and they're not very strong. They're not very, it's not like getting a bill, through Congress and landing on the desk and then you signing it like that. It's very, very much kind of a watered down kind of a bill. So I thought that Adam Schiff, Shifty Schiff, my God, what a moron this is. What a wanker Adam Schiff is. Adam Schiff is now complaining Trump is interfering with this peaceful transfer of power. Love this, the whole way that the media is setting up this fake narrative that, Biden has won and we don't need to do any recounts because, well, trust us. Can you imagine? You got the whole media out there. They hate Trump, okay? I don't want to really include Fox News in this, but they're kind of in this as well now. They're kind of in this as well when they called Arizona too early like that. So the media hates Trump. They are the DNC's kind of official media channels. They hate Trump, but they're coming out saying, we've called it for Joe Biden. We don't need any other kind of certification. Please, no need to do recounts are racist. Recounts are racist. Pencil neck Schiff over here is saying, Trump is interfering with this peaceful transfer of power. These wankers on the left have set up the office, what do they call it? The office elect of the president. There's no such thing as the office elect. They've set up this big stupid thing, and all the lefties are going, "Oh, we got it." But it's not happening. It's not happening. So Adam Schiff is not too happy that Donald Trump has not conceded. Donald Trump has not dropped the knee and conceded House Intelligence Committee chairman. What an absolute disgrace that is. House Intelligence Committee chairman. Over 3 years, we listened to this dickhead rant on about Russiagate. Russia. How does this wanker still have a job? How does this absolute piece of human trash still have a job? He's been wrong about everything. Absolutely. If you're wrong about a few things in your job, you probably get fired. This wanker has been wrong about absolutely everything. Wrong about Russia collusion, wrong about the Ukraine phone call, has been wrong about absolutely everything, and still this wanker has a job. How is this even possible? What an absolute joke. Adam Schiff, who hyped allegations of Russia collusion, has penned an op-ed, USA Today, accusing President Donald Trump of impeding the peaceful transfer of power. It's like it's all going through And you people on the right there, you've just got to accept it, that we cheated and we got it and we've won, and you've just got to accept it. We're not going to allow any recounts. We don't want this to go to any kind of official. We don't just go to the Supreme Court. What an absolute joke this is. In 2016 and 2017, the outgoing Obama administration used intelligence and law enforcement to undermine the incoming Trump administration with false allegations about collusion between the Trump campaign and the Russian government. Well, that's right. This is all about Hillary Clinton. This was all about Hillary Clinton. She lost. And why she lost, it wasn't her fault, okay? Now, everyone, Hillary Clinton lost the election. Now, she was the greatest candidate ever. She was loved. I mean, everyone loved Hillary Clinton. She didn't have any doubt. She didn't have any negative. She lost the election because of the Russians. All those naughty Russians over there. They had a few Facebook pages. They posted a few memes. It wasn't Hillary Clinton's fault that she lost. It was somebody else's fault. So this whole Russia bullshit all come down to Hillary Clinton losing the election, not being able to accept the verdict, not being able to say, I lost the election because I was a crappy candidate. No, people didn't like me. Okay, she thought she was this great candidate. She thought that the presidency was kind of like hers. She thought it was her destiny. And that Donald Trump stole it from her because of those naughty Russians. It was all about the Russians, people. This all started there. Schiff insisted in March 2017 there was more than circumstantial evidence of collusion. However, ultimately, the Mueller investigation found there was no evidence of Russian collusion. So this absolute wanker is complaining about that Trump interfering, not accepting this false election result, and he's complaining. And then Biden wants like $30 million to set up this. Trump's not releasing the money. This thing is an absolute joke. Adam Schiff is an absolute joke. How does this bloke actually still have a job? Jabba Justice says the only place Schiff is going is to jail. He and Feinstein, Pelosi, Waters, and Swalwell were all voted out unless they have a recount. They cheated and have for years. Michael Peel, don't ask my 85 mum if she likes Hillary Clinton. Don't get me going. Do not get me going on Hillary Clinton. I could talk for hours just on Hillary Clinton. She lost when she said deplorables. Absolutely. Imagine calling half the country out there deplorables. And now you've got the mainstream media basically saying, like, anyone who voted for Donald Trump, you're a racist. There's like, 73 million people in America actually voted for Donald Trump. Are they all racist? I've got friends who believe that Donald Trump supporters are hardcore racists. I mean, the brainwashing that's been going on with these people is just absolutely mind-blowing. How do you get your head around 73 million people voting for Donald Trump? Somehow all those people are racist. That is absolutely insane. Karen says Joe is going to put Hillary back in power. Or, I hope not. I hope that Hillary is just absolutely gone. Maybe when Joe does step down, because Joe has not committed to a full term. Joe is only kind of like the placeholder. We'll get our guy on the left in there, and then we'll bring someone else in there. God, I hope to God that is actually not Hillary Clinton. We've got Eric Turner. Thank you so much for the super chat. Salty Army represent. Absolutely. I consider myself a part of the Salty Army. And who is the Salty Army? Well, we're just people we just don't buy the bullshit from the left. We just don't buy the lies from the mainstream media, or call it the legacy media, the media that is dying. We don't buy it. We're not being manipulated by we're not being brainwashed by these people. We're thinking for ourselves. So thank you very much, Eric, and welcome to the stream. Deplorable is a badge of honor. Absolutely. Eric Black says 73 million taxpayers. I know there was an argument that only taxpayers should be voters. You have to be a citizen. You have to be like a taxpayer to actually vote. And there's some there's some merit to that. I don't want to break that down, but I thought that was quite interesting. Trump won. Well, sorry, we got Trump won. I don't give a shit what the Dem thinks. I think Donald Trump won because look at the carnage that happened in the House. The Democrats losing up to 15 seats in the House. But we're all supposed to believe that there was all the heat at the top of the ticket for Joe Biden, but they didn't vote down the ticket. What kind of rubbish is that? I tell you, the heat at the top of the ticket for Joe Biden is fake. If there was no cheating, there was no irregularities going on, Biden would have lost in a landslide. You don't want to know where the landslide happened. The landslide happened in the House. Democrats losing up to 15 seats in the House would have happened in the presidential election if there wasn't the manipulation, if there wasn't the cheating, if there wasn't the irregularities going up there. That is the snapshot of this election. Losing 15 seats in the House when they thought they were going to get 10 is an absolute disaster for the Democrats. I mean, they are infighting right now like you would not believe. Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez is the infighting going on amongst the Democrats right now is just, I just love it. And you got the far left, let me spitting all over the place here. Got the far left of the party is warring with the moderates of the party. It is absolutely fantastic. I am loving the war going on between the Democrats right now. I mean, one of these wanker celebrities came out and they're on Twitter. They're saying, don't worry about all those evil people marching, the Million Maga March. Just ignore them. We won. They lost. Well, what did you win? I think it was like Wohan Skykes, one of these actresses, one of these actors or actresses. And I'm thinking, well, what did you really win? Let's just say that Joe Biden actually becomes president. Like God forbid he becomes president. He is sworn in on January 21. What have you won? You've got a pedophile geriatric in the Oval Office. Big deal. Your margin in the House has been destroyed. You've got 15 less House representatives there. You do not control the Senate. What is this geriatric pedophile going to do in the Oval Office? He's pretty much going to be able to do nothing. What have you won? You've won nothing. He's not going to get any new justices on the Supreme Court. And of course, they're all yelling, "Oh, expand the court, expand the court." Joe's not going to be able to expand the court because he needs the support of the Senate. And of course, the GOP-controlled Senate is not going to confirm any of Joe Biden, even if there's a justice that needs to be replaced, if they want to just keep it at the 9. Joe Biden's not going to get one through. He's not going to get a justice through. So what have they won? They've won very little. So I think that the real picture of the election is the House. I think that is the absolute carnage that the left took in the House. I mean, maybe they didn't cheat like they did for the presidential election. Maybe they focused all their cheating on the presidential election. But the real carnage, the real destruction, the real picture of this election is the House. Losing 15 seats, their majority, and the Democrat majority being lessened by 15 seats. And if the Biden administration is going to limp their way towards midterms, what's that going to look like? Probably losing another 20 seats there. The incumbent really doesn't usually traditionally do well in their in the midterms there. They're not going to do well there. They're going to have to govern as if they're going to lose all these seats in the midterms. So what happens if the Republicans in the midterms pick up the control there? They have the House, they have the Senate. Will they actually do something? They had the House, they had the Senate when Trump was elected, but just basically did stuff all with it. Will they actually be able to do something? So I think the real picture of the election was the House. That was the actual real picture, the carnage in the House. What we've got with Joe Biden being supposedly got 5 million more votes than Obama in 2008, which is just a whole lot of rubbish in itself. All those fake votes just pumped into the system. The Dominion software there just cranking up Joe. The real picture is in the House. So I just thought this penciled neck, this dickhead Adam Schiff going on about complaining about Trump interfering with the so-called peaceful transfer of power was an absolute joke. Shifting gears a little bit right now, We are going to talk about the Kung Flu a little bit. CNN's tapper to Fauci. Christmas is probably not going to be possible. Oh, the Grinch. Here we have the long, cold winter of the left. Christmas is probably not going to be possible. During a dialogue with the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease Director Dr. Anthony Fauci that aired Sunday's broadcast, CNN State of the Union host Jake Tapper about the possibility that holidays could be safely celebrated under the threat of the Kung Flu. Fauci said a vaccine would be required to reach such a degree of normality. And Tapper said Christmas would probably not be possible. These people are they're the Grinches. These people are, but you can bet, okay, Fauci, Christmas is possible for Fauci. They will do it. They won't care. And Jake Tapper over here, they will have their gathering. They will do everything normal. But everyone else, it's like rules for thee, but not for me. So I wanted to just segue a little bit into a post of my good friend, Let's Be Frank. Let's Be Frank right now is crushing it on YouTube right now. I think his video 2 days ago, I think it's nearly at 250,000 views, something like that. Absolutely crushing it on Frank. Frank was at the Maga March. I mean, did they call it the Maga Million Man March? Or I think that man there is kind of like everyone. And he was saying also, I had a great time yesterday at the big Maga March. Also, it was great to meet many of my viewers out there, and a pleasure meeting all of you. So yes, Frank. Yeah, Frank, a really good friend of mine. I just wanted to highlight a little bit the first comment. Frank has actually pinned this comment there by Jonathan Troutran. Wow, another super spreader event. Look at all those idiots shoulder to shoulder without any masks at a time when the pandemic is raging in America. Oh no, we gotta be scared. The pandemic is everywhere, folks. Oh, it's all around us. It's raging in America. Oh my God. I mean, the left, they have... Of course, this pandemic was a weapon used against Donald Trump to shut down the economy, to destroy Donald Trump's biggest asset was a strong economy. The economy was like the MAGA. It was a MAGA Hulk economy. You could not stop that economy, but they did stop the economy. They stopped it with the Kung Flu. And this was just an operation. The media was like, gotta get everyone scared. Gotta lock everything up, close down all the businesses. But we'll leave the really big ones open, like the Amazons. Oh yeah, we'll leave the really big ones open. It's just all those like mum and pop businesses, all those corner stores. No business for you. You can't feed your kids. You can't go to work. None for you. But all that business gets pushed up to the Amazons, get pushed up to the Walmarts. It's funny how that worked out. And this wanker here is saying, look at all those idiots, shoulder to shoulder. I'll just highlight the part that I'm talking about here so you can see. Oh, wow. Look at all those idiots shoulder to shoulder without masks at a time when the pandemic is raging in America. The moron in the foreground may be dead in a few weeks. That is Frank. That's Frank, our man. He's not a moron. Frank is such a gentle, loving guy. You know, would not have 1 millimeter of racism in his body, and yet the people on the left, anyone who is like a supporter of Donald Trump, oh, you're all racist. You know, and he says the moron in the foreground may be dead in weeks. Now he's got some comments, and I wanted to highlight Frank's comment, because I've got a couple of things lined up after this. Frank, what I love about this is that Frank pinned this wanker's comment to the top. Frank, and that's how we roll on the right. So we're not scared of someone coming in giving us a little bit of, we're not going to try and... Frank didn't like, oh, let me reach the delete key. Press delete. No, Frank's like, whoa, no, I'm going to highlight you, buddy. I'm going to put you at the very top. So Frank responds, imagine being scared of a virus that 99.9% of people recover from. I have been to plenty of these without a mask and have never caught it. So I always say, if you are that scared, stay at home and don't shame others for not wanting their liberty trampled on. What an absolutely great post. I really wanted to highlight that post there. I think there's so much wisdom there. And he's talking about, obviously, the survival rates of the Kung Flu is like, if you're in certain age brackets, I think if you're over 70, it's about 99.5%. And if you're like if you're like a young person, it's like 99.999. I've got I've got a couple of images that we will have a look at the stats of the Kung Flu. But I just want to go over this comment of Frank again, because I thought it was absolutely cracking. I've been applying these masks, so I always say, if you are that scared, stay at home. And this is what the media has tried to do. They want everyone to stay at home. Stay at home, especially when it comes to voting. We'll mail out all the ballots to you, but just stay at home. Don't go out. Don't go to, voting can't be as it used to be, because we can't commit our fraud that way. So we have to, Democrats were pushing the mail-in voting. They were pushing this Kung Flu virus. They were pushing the fear. This was fear porn. 24/7, the networks are fearful, spreading the fear. It was all about creating fear. It's all about destroying the economy. It was all about getting rid of Donald Trump. Would the left? Now, someone said to me the other day, that's insane. And I was at a coffee shop and we were chatting about this, and I said I believe this virus was all about destroying the economy to get rid of Donald Trump. And he said, that's insane. You think they would bring down a whole country's economy just to get rid of Donald Trump? Yes, that's exactly what the left would do. That is exactly what the Democrats would do. They would destroy everything if it meant Donald Trump left. If it meant Donald Trump lost, they would destroy everything. They have absolutely no ethics, no morals. Anything they have to do to get rid of Donald Trump, they would have done. So I always say, if you are scared, stay at home. Don't shame others for not wanting their liberty trampled on. Absolutely, Frank, 100%, and well done. And well done for going to that march too. I watched a couple of Frank's live streams as he was on the march. And if you are not, you don't know about Frank's channel, just look for Let's Be Frank. Does maybe a couple of videos a day. Really good guy, genuine activist. One of the really good guys. So I thought that Frank pinning this wanker's comment up there was that's just what we do on the right. We're not there hovering over the delete key. We don't want people deleted. Don't want people shut down. Don't want people censored. I don't want people shut down. If people have got bad ideas and they're putting their bad ideas out there, I don't want that person shut down. I want their bad ideas to be seen, and then maybe other ideas who are better compete with those bad ideas. We're not the people of censorship. The only people who want to shut people down are the left, because their ideas are bad. You see a lot of these on the street interviews. I love it. I love it when these people interview these lefties, if they can actually get them to agree to an interview. And most of them are like, they're out there chanting and yelling, Trump is bad. And then someone comes up and actually starts asking some questions, or why do you think that? And what about this? And if you can actually, very rare, they actually will engage with you. Why? Because they have crappy ideas. Their ideas cannot stand scrutiny. Their ideas are what's the word? They grow in darkness, and they do not like being exposed to sunlight. They say sunlight is the greatest disinfectant, or their ideas do not like being exposed. And when they're talking, then very few of them actually get into like an honest dialogue with the person asking the question. I think it's like that Flecker guy who had this video about 12 months ago. It's like, Trump's not that bad, and then it was a really fantastic video. But a lot of these people on the left, they do not want their ideas debated because their ideas are weak. I want my ideas debated. I want to argue my ideas. And we do not call for anyone to be shut down, anyone to be censored. And this guy here, and I just love the way that Frank pinned this guy's comment to the top. And I love this response from Frank. It was absolutely spot on. And I think this is how we roll. This is how we roll on the right. We're not shutting down people's comments. We're not deleting people's comments. We're not trying to get people cancelled. We're not trying to get people deleted. We want to have a conversation. And you see a lot of them when they when they interviews on the street, when they talk to Trump supporters. Oh my God, you can't shut these people up. You get them in front of a camera and they just go. And they got reason after reason after reason after reason after reason. And they love talking about why they support Donald Trump, why they support his ideas. But you try to get the people on the left to talk and they're like, oh, no, not talking to you. They might be physically violent with you because their ideas are crap. Their ideas are bad. Their ideas cannot stand to be put up to any type of scrutiny. So this is moving on a little bit from talking about the Kung Flu, sort of a segue off Frank's post there. Worldwide deaths from January 1 to March the 25th, 2020. Okay, let's go. Let's go. The Kung Flu, 21,000 people died over this say almost like 4-month period. Seasonal flu, 113,000 people died. And you got malaria, 228,000, suicides, 249,000, traffic fatalities, 313,000, HIV, AIDS, nearly 400,000, alcohol, nearly 600,000, smoking, 1.1 million, cancer, nearly 2 million people died over this period, and we've got deaths by hunger, nearly 2.4 million. The thing that really shocked me was abortion. Nearly 10 million people have died. So let's take that 10 million people and let's take it back to who died from the Kung Flu. About 21,000 people died. Worldwide deaths of Kung Flu, 21,000 people. Was this worth shutting down our entire economies for? No, that's absolutely insane. Now that we're into this Kung Flu a little bit, we're looking back at the data. It was insane. What we did was insane. To shut it down, to shut down the economy was absolutely insane. And the only reason why the media pushed this fear porn out there, this was an attack on one person, Donald Trump. It was all about going after Donald Trump. So I thought that those stats, and here we have the survival rates of the Kung Flu, 99.983% in America. That's not a bad, that's not a bad survival rate in there. And we will go through, I've got one more slide to show. That kind of breaks down the age gaps there, and the age groups. It's obviously it depends on which age group you're in. And you got like Britain 99.972, and you got a couple of other countries there. I do not know some of those. I think there's like Italy in there, 99.957. So was this worth shutting down the world's economies for? No, absolutely not. And over here I've got 99 problems, but COVID ain't one. COVID survival rate 0 to 19 if you are under 19 years of age and you get the Kung Flu. Sorry. I feel like I'm channeling a little bit of Salty right now. I feel like I'm doing some. I don't have his charisma or personality. If you are under 19 years of old, I'm sorry, if you get the Kung Flu and you're under 19 years of old, you've only got a 99.997 chance of survival. I'm very sorry to tell you that. So if you're in the 20 to 49 year category, you've got a 99.98% category. If you are 50 to 69, I am 51 in like 3 weeks, whatever it is. I have a 99.5% survival rate. Okay, you've got a 99.5% survival rate if I get the Kung Flu. And if you are 70 years or older, you have a 94.6. Now, I think let's be serious about the 70 years and over. Then I don't like that 94.6. If I'm over 70, that's not a great number. I'm in the 50 to 69 and I'm feeling pretty cocky. I'm feeling pretty good. But that 70 plus and over, that 94.6, that's not a great statistic. So we got over here, CNN is saying, Christmas is not going to be possible. Sorry, everyone, pack it up. We're shutting down Christmas. No, sorry, put the tree. No, can't have more than like 5 people in your house. No, sorry, Santa, you're done. The Grinch is here. They're shutting down Christmas. I think what their rules are, it's like, was it like a maximum of like 8, 9 or 10 people? And they're trying to do it, to Thanksgiving as well. I can't, but if there are, listen, if you do have elderly people, maybe they should be a little bit social distance. Hey, if you're really, really, really super duper worried about the Kung Flu, maybe they wear a mask or something like that. You know, maybe that's what you got to do. But everyone else, hey, there's really no reason to shut down Christmas for the Christmas Grinch to come in and just totally shut down Christmas. There's really no reason. But if you want to take some extra precautions for the older people, the people over 70, fine. I'm totally down. I'm totally down with that. Maybe not have all the grandkids jumping over them, kissing them. Okay, if you're going to take some precautions, do it for those people. But don't take the fun of Christmas or Thanksgiving or everything away from everybody else. That it just does not absolutely make any sense. So sorry, these chats have been flying. I've been trying to keep an eye on it. We've got Maribeth says they've admitted only 16,000 have died of COVID only. That's right. A lot of these people that have died from COVID or the Kung Flu, they've had all these other ailments as well. And COVID might have been like the straw that kind of broke the camel's back. And even if people that were coming in on a car accident and they died, on the death certificate, it was like COVID. Because apparently there was more funding available for hospitals if they had more COVID deaths, or there was something like that. But absolutely, it was absolutely crazy what we have done. Listen, when COVID first came out, we didn't really know a lot about it. I was really careful. I socially distanced, and I was like, not really. I wasn't doing, I didn't ride nationals. I didn't ride nationals because COVID was kind of breaking in Australia, and then a week later they stopped all competitions anyway. I was careful with it, but that's because we didn't know much about it. Now we do know. Now we've got the data. Now we've seen the statistics. Now we can look back over the last 6 to 8, 9 months. Now we have more knowledge. So we should proceed with this knowledge that we have now. But no, the media is all about keeping everyone scared. Keep everyone in their home. And I love that how they were absolutely hypocrisy of when the Black Lives Matter people were out there protesting. It was like, no, those people can fight over 26 million people in America went out there and protested for Black Lives Matter. Though COVID can't spread through Black Lives Matter. It's like one of those super duper really smart diseases. It only goes after like racists and stuff like that. So if Donald Trump supporters got together, that's where it would spread. But if like 20 to 50,000 people were protesting Black Lives Matter, destroying buildings, burning down, all that sort of stuff, it doesn't spread. It doesn't spread there. A lot of the contact tracers, when they were actually specifically told, do not mention the Black Lives Matter. Do not mention that in the data. Keep that out of the data because it was politically damaging. They're trying to get everyone to believe that the Black Lives Matter, all these Antifa, there is no spread. Well, Antifa were kind of okay because these dickheads always had like face masks and shields. But everyone protesting Black Lives Matter, COVID didn't spread there. But the minute that anyone on the right got together, oh no, there's super spreader events. Oh, the Kung Flu, it's all around us, folks. Absolutely insane. And hey, a 0.3 chance of dying, no. And looking, a grumpy patriot says you're looking well for your age, mate. Thank you very much. I've got to sort of get right back into my training. I've had 3 months of off season where I've put on about 5 kilos. So it's been good. I've eaten a lot of really good food. I've got a really big race coming up in April, so I'm probably going to drop like 5 or 10 kilos for that. So get right back into it. New Zealand got the worst abortion policy in the world right now. Absolutely. COVID was a pandemic by the CCP and the Dems to commit voter fraud. I mean, 100%. I believe that I'll put this on the record. I believe COVID was bio-warfare. It was a biological warfare. China released this. It's funny how it all kind of like happened as well. China released, the Kung Flu or the Wuhan virus, whatever it was back then, kind of broke like a month or two just after Trump renegotiated all their trade deals with China. Maybe China are a little bit pissed. Okay, maybe China didn't really like how Trump run roughshod over them. Okay, so this was just a little bit of payback. I believe that this was biological warfare. I believe this was China attacking America. Now you say, would China infect the whole world just to get to America? Yes, they would. Would China infect the whole world just to get the Donald Trump? Yes, they would. That's how insane these people are. That's how absolutely insane and mentally insane these people are. They would destroy everything just to remove Donald Trump, just to try and destroy Donald Trump. But even if you say that it wasn't biological warfare, it wasn't deliberately released by the CCP, and it just got out, well, then the Democrats used this. When this came in, they just lost their impeachments, all their impeachment garbage, all the bullshit. They'd lost that. They were coming to the end of that, and now the Kung Flu hits, and this is like their prayers to Satan were like answered. When Nancy Pelosi is in her little temple there, offering up prayers to Satan, they're being facetious there, but hey, you never know. But this was the greatest miracle as far as the left was concerned. Hey, a pandemic hitting America, and then the media just went, shut down, everything down. Hey, we're just shutting everything down. Everything's getting shut down. Come on, we're going to shut it all down. We got to destroy this economy. You had Nancy Pelosi out there begging people to come back to Chinatown, like 18 days after Donald Trump made the order of blocking travel from China, which the left screamed and they called it racist. Joe Biden said it was xenophobic, said it was mean. They hated that the travel ban from China was the right thing to do. But they hated it 2 or 3 weeks later. Nancy Pelosi is in Chinatown saying, everyone come back to Chinatown. I always thought that was just a virtue signal, trying to, send a signal of virtue to the left or to the Chinese community that, Trump hates you, but we don't. No, I think that Nancy Pelosi wanted this disease to spread. I think she wanted this pandemic, to really spread. She was encouraging people to come down and spread this out. If you want, a lot of people coming from China probably were coming to Chinatown. They probably had the Kung Flu. So get as many people down into Chinatown so they could take it out and they could spread it. They 100% used this. They used the Kung Flu to bring in voter fraud and to do two things: destroy the economy, voter fraud. Destroy the economy and then mail-in ballots. So I absolutely agree that it was used by the Dems to commit voter fraud. Ches says, premature happy birthday. Thank you very much. Stephen, smash that like button. Yes, please. Yes, please. If you haven't hit that like button, let's see if we can get up to 500 likes on this stream. 500 likes. I've never had a live stream that's hit 500 likes. So if you haven't hit that like button below, please hit that like button. I like that Adam Krigley, he had that big Hulk hand. I have to get something like that. We've got Jagged Little Red Pill, the Grinch, 100%. They are the Grinch. They're trying to steal Christmas. You also need other health problems, 100%, absolutely. If they're, and the thing is, if you are over 70, maybe over 75, in your 80s, you probably do have 3 or 4 pretty serious health problems. You probably do have some health issues as well. So absolutely, I'm not saying we don't exercise caution with our elderly. I think we do. I think we look after them. I think I was raised very strong, looking after your elders. And if there is a higher chance for them to not survive with this thing, then we do. We look after them, but we don't destroy the economy while we're doing that. We don't shut everything else down for people who have 0.1% chance of actually dying from this thing. Thank you very much for the super chat, Wyatt Gunner. Love you, men left from the Salty Army. But heading out and have a great night. Thanks for stopping by, Wyatt. Thank you very much for the super chat. And I've got Paul Jones. Thank you very much. You didn't seem to comment on anything there, but yes, thank you very much for your super chat. John Faley says, yes, Grumpy. My dad fell off his motorcycle in January, ran into a tanker which dragged him away. Well, I hope that's just like, I hope you're joking there. I didn't mean to laugh at that. Ran to a tanker which dragged him in a war which caused an explosion. Horrible. Doctors said he died of COVID. Okay, it's a joke. He votes Biden. Okay, the one good thing about the left. I will say the one good thing about the left. Sorry, I needed a drink there. The one good thing about the left is they got all these dead people voting. Imagine you being dead. Imagine you being dead and it's like, oh, I get to resurrect myself and go and vote. Okay, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Like you're dead and you get to vote. So they're like pro dead people people voting. Of course, I'm being silly. You also voter fraud and more. Sorry, I've the live stream kind of like the chat kind of stopped on me there a little bit. China is apparently Wu flee, no worries. Yeah, it's amazing how China's economy kind of quickly bounced back so fast from the Wu flu. Yes, Michael Lundy, first time on your live stream. Thank you very much for joining, Michael. First time on your live. How often? When will you do these things? Well, for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to commit to a live stream every day for maybe 1 hour. See how we go. 1 or 2 hours. I don't put a time limit on anything, and we're just going to do basically a live show. And yeah, so for the next 2 weeks, I only commit to 2 weeks because I'm going on a nice big road trip in my van, sort of early December from my birthday for about 2 or 3 weeks. So I probably won't be able to do like any live streams like at that point, but definitely for the next 2 weeks, every day at 10 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be firing up the live stream, and we're just going to have a cracking fun time. Andrew says, look after those who need looking after. Absolutely, 100%. Pickle jars for Hillary. Sorry, I've lost your. I keep losing the live streams. I'm sorry, I've lost your chat. CLC in Florida, long time viewer of the channel. Thank you for joining us. Wonderful, enjoy live stream, Rob. Thank you very much. And we got Red Yellow Salty Army. We got John Ashley Smith. I'm 53, a cancer survivor, an alcoholism survivor, and I have I really don't know how people pronounce that, but good on you. Good on you, John, for being a cancer survivor, alcoholism survivor. Good on you for being a survivor. I'm 51, and touch wood, I haven't had any kind of like what would you call it, like ailment. Haven't had any major diseases. No, like exceedingly kind of like healthy. But you're a cancer survivor. But there's so many people around our age do get cancer, and that's something that is kind of like in the back of my mind. It's almost like you're running a bit of a lottery, and you're hoping that your number doesn't come up. And I know friends of mine around my age, they've got cancer. They had cancer. They've had all the treatment on that. So absolutely salute you for being a cancer survivor and an alcoholism survivor. And I have two destructions. Not frightened of a flu. Absolutely. Spacefish, let's be the stream. He needs, what do we got here? This is a good thing. Cracking day at 1 a.m. I don't know, what time zone are you in, Scott, at 1 a.m.? Must be, was it somewhere over in Europe, over there? Judy, sorry, Carl says 120 to 150-year-olds voted for Biden. That's right, got to hand it to Biden. He really did well in that 120 to 150-year-old demo. Absolutely did well in that demographic there. We've got Trump, Boris, living proof we don't need a vaccine for the pandemic. What the heck did they give Trump? It was like 4 days, I think it took him to recover from the Kung flu. 1 minute, Donald Trump's announcing he's got the Kung flu. I'm hearing people say, "Oh, he'll be dead. He'll be like, oh, he'll be hospitalized for weeks. He'll be on a ventilator." All these lefties were like just fantasizing about Donald Trump being on a ventilator, not being able to campaign. And seriously, my dude is back like 2 days later, stronger than ever. Like 5 days later, they're like, what the heck did they give that man? Is this some kind of Area 51 like space medicines or something like that? Man, he bounced back from the Kung flu so quick. Don't get me wrong, Trump's not the fittest guy. He's probably not the health. Well, I don't know where he gets all his energy from, but he's a little bit overweight and he's over 70 years old. He's in that demo, and my God, that guy bounced back like Rocky. We've got Judy says, my friend's mum listed as COVID death. Never mind, she had pneumonia 3 weeks before, was 96, had high blood pressure, heart disease, kidney. Yes, it was COVID. That's right. That's right. It was the COVID and there was so many people. I think they worked out, I think they released that it was actually about 6% of the people who had supposedly died of COVID-19 actually did die of COVID-19 being the primary cause of death. And because the numbers, these 220, 240,000 people, this was the media ramping up the numbers. This was the media ramping up the fear porn, all to attack Donald Trump. That was all to attack Donald Trump. Misa, the Voting Dead Joe's focus group. So a couple of memes of Joe Biden in a cemetery out there thanking all his voters. Absolutely true. I see dead people everywhere and they were all voting for Biden. Biden died in 2019. Just that death forgot to tell him. It's funny, you see Joe Biden some days and he really does. He looks like death warmed up. And then maybe 2 days later, he's kind of fairly fine. A lot of I remember a doctor I saw, they were saying that this is what it looks like. This is what his illness, his ailment, like dementia or Alzheimer's, you have good days and you have bad days. And Joe Biden, when he had his bad days, I don't think he knew what planet he was on. I don't think he knew what day it was. Yeah, so Joe Biden, and then sometimes, and you got to admit, Joe Biden performed well in those debates. Of course, the bar was very low for Joe. No one thought that Joe was going to even make it, wanted to do the debate, let alone get to the debate, let alone stand up for 90 minutes. The debate, Joe Biden, he performed well in those debates. Thank you very much, Red Yellow, for the keep it up. Thank you. That is such a great little little icon there. And we've got parachute 76 more to go to get to 100. Come on, folks. Let's get that up to 500. Let's get that up to 500 likes there. So I've just got one more story. I've kind of for me, I have tried to save the best one for last. Stephen King. What a wanker this guy has been. You know what? They make that expression, do not meet your heroes or never meet you. They'll always disappoint you. It's the thing we've had right now with all these wanker dickhead celebrities, how they have disappointed everyone with their absolute garbage that they're going on. Stephen King, I've enjoyed some Stephen King novels over my time. I think the bloke's a fabulous writer, but he is absolutely retarded when it comes to Trump derangement syndrome. This man has Trump derangement syndrome. Stephen King, when will Republicans stop supporting Trump and start supporting America? Wow, what do you say with that? What are Trump supporters? Trump supporters are all about America, all about Americana, all about jobs, all about a prosperous economy, all about a strong border, all about strong immigration. If someone says to me, are you a Trump supporter? Not really. Not really. I'm very careful to know. I won't call myself a Trump supporter. I support ideas. I support the ideas. Donald Trump comes out and he wants to build a wall. He wants a strong border. I support that. I support legal immigration. I support Donald Trump saying he wants to build a big, beautiful wall with a big, beautiful door. The big, beautiful door is when you want to come into the country, you knock on the door and we say, yes, you can come into the country, or no, you can't come into the country. When Donald Trump, and then next to the left are like, oh, that's just racism. You can't, borders are racist, walls are racist. When Donald Trump talked about the border and talked about that big, beautiful door, he wants legal immigration. He doesn't want illegal immigration. No country wants illegal immigration. You don't want hundreds of thousands of people just coming into your country without them. Would you open your door and just let people come into your house, help themselves to your fridge? No, you won't. We don't do that to our countries. We need legal immigration. We need a process. And we need a process for processing refugees, okay? The left wants no border. They want no immigration control. Just flood the country, turn it into Venezuela, turn it into a shithole. As you said, the left do not want people to be prosperous. They do not want people to be doing well. They want people to be poor. They want people to be under control. So when he's saying stop supporting Trump and start supporting America, doesn't this wanker believe they are supporting America? It's the left who want to destroy America. It's the left who want to turn America into a socialist absolute hellhole. Why do they want to turn America into a hellhole? So the people can be easily controlled. The people can be controlled easily. It's all about them retaining power. So I really don't understand his mindset. Does he really believe that people are supporting Trump and not supporting America? Or they are supporting America because they believe in the same ideals. They believe in the ideals that America is good. America is a great country. The left thinks America is an evil country. The left thinks that the national anthem is evil. The left thinks that the flag is evil. The right, people on the right, conservatives, Donald Trump hugs the flag. He loves the flag. Donald Trump thinks America is the greatest. Donald Trump thinks America is the greatest country with unlimited potential. Like I said before, Donald Trump is that 1920s, roaring 20s kind of character. Wants everyone rich. And when I support Donald Trump, I'm supporting the ideas that he's supporting, not necessarily the man. And that's what a lot of people can't get their head around with Trump. Especially a lot of Australians, they say, how can you support that guy? He's so horrible. He's so mean. Trump has personality defects kind of along as your arm. We've all got personality, character flaws, character defects. I look to the policies. I look to what he supports. He supports the same things I support. I want a strong border. I want strong enforcement of immigration. I want legal immigration. I want to stamp out illegal immigration. So these are the two big issues. And I want a prosperous economy where everyone can get a job, everyone can be happy, everyone can contribute. So when I support Donald Trump, I support America. We are supporting the same ideas. Horror novelist and Hollywood producer Stephen King, who has spent years attacking Donald Trump and his supporters. Some of these guys' tweets are just insane. Now wonders when Republicans will cease supporting Trump and begin supporting America. These wankers do not realize that Trump represents Americana. Trump is the purest form, one of the purest forms of Americana. Obama called Trump the American dream, or the great American, or the American success story, or something like that. Trump comes from, his generations, the money was kind of passed down. That's the great American dream. You do well so your kids can prosper. Donald Trump is Americana. He is the American dream. When are you going to stop supporting Trump and start supporting America? The Pet Cemetery tweeted out to his six. The author's question follows years of, I'm talking like years of criticizing. It is absolutely insane. Calling the president a horse's ass while the vile race is a competent gut full of blah, 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 blah. Everything, everything. This guy is absolute trash. It's just absolute trash. Republicans have also been the target of King's vitriol. Last year, King peddled debunked fake news, openly pondering of Republicans supporting a president who is an active or passive Russian. Stephen King got the Russia gate wrong, got the whole thing absolutely wrong. Stephen King is hardly the only left-wing figure to criticize Trump's allies for supporting the president's efforts to ensure election integrity before closing the door on the final results. Representative Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez recently stated that Trump's just stoking the flames of violence in this post-election battle and accused his allies of selfish interests, once again placing his selfish interests ahead of the good, ahead of our country. Other progressives have offered opinions in a less refined way. I hate Donald Trump, and if you like him, I hate you too. Now what? Said Iggy Azalea proclaimed last week. Imagine actually coming out that Iggy Azalea. Oh, so much, Iggy Azalea. She's come back. She's hate Donald Trump, and if you like him, I hate you too. I've got friends who are pretty much like that. That if you like Donald Trump, you support Donald Trump, well, you can't be my friend. Well, I think that's just sad. I think that we can have different ideas and we can discuss our ideas in a calm and like a rational manner. But when you say that I hate Trump and anyone who hates Trump, I hate you, What kind of absolute garbage is that? And that's what we're dealing with here. This kind of like wraps up the left. The left is like, if you like Donald Trump, well, then you're evil. You must be racist. You must be a bigot. You must be a homophobe. You must be this. You must be that. All this garbage that they place on you, and it's absolutely false. And Stephen King, when you support Donald Trump, you are, when I'm saying, if you support Donald Trump, you support America. You are supporting the idea of America. You are supporting a strong economy. You are supporting a place that if you work hard, you pick yourself up by your bootstrap. You go out there and you can build a business, work that 80 hours a week. You can be successful. America, why does everyone want to come to America? If America's such a crappy place, why does everyone want to come to America? Because it's the land of opportunity. It's where dreams are made. And this is why people come to America. But this wanker Stephen King can't get it into his head about people who support Trump are supporting America. And I will argue that if you support Joe Biden, you really don't have America's best interests at heart. You probably don't realize it, but you're placing China's interests ahead of America's interests. When you support Donald Trump is America first. Donald Trump is that we put our country first. We are all about building a strong manufacturing in our country. We are all about jobs. We are all about a strong economy. We are all about legal immigration. We want the smartest people, the best people to come into our country. We do not want to have illegal immigration. When hundreds of thousands of people flood into the country, overwhelm infrastructure that was not paid for by them, overwhelm hospital infrastructure, schooling infrastructure, roads infrastructure. All the infrastructure is overwhelmed by illegal immigrants just flooding a country. We need strong borders. We need legal immigration. We need to stamp out illegal immigration. And if the left has their way, they will open up that border. They will knock that wall down. They will say, please, everyone, flood our country. They want they want to create a socialist nightmare hell. Donald Trump wants everyone to be successful, wants everyone to be happy. He wants the roaring 20s. That's probably not going to be very sustainable, kind of like the roaring 20s, but Trump wants everyone to be happy. He wants everyone to be have a job. He doesn't care what color your skin is. He just wants you to be happy. So I'll go through a couple of these chats, and I think we'll start winding up things. I didn't want to go for too long. I wanted to try and make the show maybe an hour or maybe an hour and a half at the most. And I'll definitely get a lot better at these kind of live shows as well. Have a little bit more content in there as well. So really, thank you if you've hung in here and you've watched me kind of fumble through this one a little bit. Thank you so much. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this crazy Aussie just ranting on about politics. I mean, this journey of building this channel. It has been one of the greatest experiences of my life, and I just probably in the top 10 great experiences of my life. I never thought that so many people would watch this. Over like 5.5 million views or something. Really, it's very humbling. I never thought it would grow like it has. Even though lately it's kind of like we've really like plateaued, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. But just thank you for watching these videos. I see a lot of people, regulars to the channel. Really appreciate every time a video is watched, that like button or that comment. I really appreciate that. What we got to Lee, a long time viewer of the channel. Lee, really appreciate it. Trump is a good strategist. He's sometimes a little too in love with conflict. As the first debate showed, he's sometimes too trusting of the wrong people, but generally he's a very good gamesman. Very wise words. Trump is a great strategist too. I think that, they say that, Trump's playing like 4D chess. Trump is thinking like one or two moves ahead. He's sometimes a little bit too in love with the conflict. Definitely he loves the fight. He loves trolling. You see that with his Twitter. Sometimes I would wish that he would just take the all caps off. It's not a very good look. The Twitter all cap kind of posts, you don't need those all caps on. And as the first debate, he's sometimes too trusting of the wrong people around him. Very good games. Yeah, very good comment. Absolutely. Eric Black supporting is Hope Izzy. No. Sorry, we'll go through a couple more comments here. If you have any specific questions, please put question in there. I will definitely answer any specific questions that you've got. Why are all these people made their fortunes from capitalism, hate Trump, and scream the loudest? That's right. Why did Biden get so much support from Wall Street? I mean, there is a little bit of a theory there. They're talking about how they manipulate the stock market, create the kind of the ups and the downs, but Donald Trump only gave the up. So there wasn't the sort of like the crashes and then the rises and the crashes. And this is pretty much where a lot of Wall Street makes their money. So they're probably not too happy about that. CLC in Florida, loving live stream. Thank you very much, CLC in Florida. Very happy to have you here. You're actually obviously quite sane, Rob. Well, my wife might disagree with that a little, and that's the one really good thing about when I created this channel. This was kind of like a venting platform for me when I would get so worked up about politics and stuff. When you come and you make a video, you kind of like deposit all that all that kind of rage or anger. You put it in the video and then you feel quite calm. So I don't talk as much or complain as much about politics to my wife as I probably did a year or two ago. And we've got car guy. They get better news down under. I don't watch a lot of news down here. I certainly don't watch TV. I don't watch like the normal television here. I don't watch the local news. I really don't watch kind of any local news. All my news I kind of get from YouTube. I get from I think there's sort of that's the legacy media. It's like CNN, MSNBC, and all those. That's legacy media. I like the way Styx calls that. That is legacy media. We shouldn't really call it mainstream media. It's legacy media. They are dying. The new media, the alt media, the people like news channels like Salty Cracker, Let's Be Frank, individual content creators. That is the future. I called Salty Cracker news. I called him a news channel. He might get a little bit upset about that. He doesn't want to be classed as a news channel. But I watch Salty, and he's where I get some of my news from. And yeah, I would much rather watch independent creators. I don't want to see the CNNs. I don't want to see the MSNBCs. It's all about control. It's all about propaganda. I don't think those people are going to be around in like 10 to 20 years' time. Cameron Mergy, thank you very much for the super chat. You've done well tonight. Big thanks from America. Thank you very much. Sorry, I pronounced your name, Cameron. Caramon, if I pronounce your name wrong, I probably have. So I apologize for that. Thanks very much for joining us. Grumpy Patriot says, PooTube has locked me out of my 3 accounts for breaking the TOCs apparently. But when I've asked what term I broke, they refuse to tell me. Nothing to do with being a conservative, is it? That's right. I love that. I love that their rules are so vague. You can if you get a strike or you get on your channel, well, what did I do wrong? Well, you just broke the community guidelines, and they're not going to tell you kind of exactly what rule you broke, because community guidelines is it's very broad, and there's some green-haired YouTube employee up there that got offended. Okay, so you broke their rules. So you've Lee has said, do you know what Biden's nickname used to be? The senator from MBNA. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Maybe I'm misunderstanding that one a little bit. I think I've lost the stream.